greetings. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, the all-wise, true and living God, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever. We thank him for raising up in our midst the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who was sent to us as a messenger, but he is much more than a messenger. He brought a message to the black man of America and to the world. He's now in an exalted state as the Christ figure that the whole world is looking for, or the Messiah that the whole world wonders about. And we, the foolish of the world, have been chosen by God himself to be a very special people for a very special purpose. We also thank Allah for sending to us and raising up in our midst the most honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who is indeed a divine leader, teacher, and guide, and warner to all nations of the earth. Now, you may wonder why I say that. If you have any degree of understanding of Bible scripture, Bible prophecy, you would understand or begin to understand, realize, and soon come to know that Master Farad Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan are extensions and the seed of David. All of the prophets of the Bible were black men. Okay, all of God's men were black men. And I know we may beg to differ because we had Michael Constantine and Michelangelo who painted all the pictures of the Bible characters as white. Well, we can expect someone who intends to implement white supremacy and racism. That is something that they would do to fool the masses of the people. And as Scripture says, Satan has deceived the whole world. So with that being said, that is why when we look in the King James Version of the Bible, we see mostly white characters, right? When we see the movies of the gods, even though we know that white people did not exist during that time, in Africa, Asia, North Africa, what it is now called the Middle East, white people did not exist during that time. Scripture says that Jesus had hair like lamb's wool and feet like burnished brass burned in an oven, which means symbolically, metaphorically speaking, Jesus is and was a black man. So, with that being said, that is why in my opening salutation, I give reverence and due respect to honorable men, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and the Master W. Farad Muhammad, who came from Saudi Arabia, which is in the Middle East, seeking and to save the black man and woman who were robbed, kidnapped, and stolen and brought over here to the shores of North America. We were not slaves when our ancestors were brought over here. We were kings and queens. We were scientists. We were agriculturists. We were, you name it. We came from a high civilization. So with that being said, that is why you hear me often make reference to those three men in particular. As I've stated in previous lectures or episodes of TheSureTruth, we give reverence and respect and honor all the prophets of God, okay? Every last and one of them. But we do know and believe that the Bible has been tampered with and falsehood, truth taken out and falsehood put in. So again, today our subject matter, we're still talking about respect and protect the black woman. And there is a reason why I'm spending considerable time on the black woman, because we as black women have been misused, abused, disrespected, and current events as we speak, we are literally being attacked verbally and physically. I believe Scripture, one of the 10 Commandments says, honor your mother and your father that your days may be long upon the earth. Okay, if the black woman is mother of civilization, and she is, who gave birth to every other hue, H-U-E, colored person on this planet, the red man, the white man, the yellow man, and all races of people, far and few and in between, okay? She deserves respect, even though we don't receive respect. We do have to give ourselves respect in order to be respected. The value of the black woman to the world and to humanity is one of great value, because without the black woman, none of us will be here as we speak, okay? So with that being said, what I would like to do is, again, share the life-giving teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad as it relates to respect and protect the black woman. And we're going to hear a video and view a video by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan entitled just that, Respect and Protect the Black Woman. And he tells us why the black woman should be respected and protected. So let us begin with the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam are known for several signature messages. One is respect and protect the black woman. The importance of the proper respect and development of the female cannot be understated or underestimated in the life of a people. When you teach a man, you teach an individual. When you teach a woman, you teach a nation. Black men have to step up, strike out, and build a new reality for black women who will be our partners in progress. We need to create and control institutions that reflect eternal values grounded in the Word and the law of God, which protect women from abuse and mistreatment. Part of American and Western history is the exploitation of the objectification of women. The black woman has been the most objectified, the most abused, the most sexualized and debased in Western society. The lie of black hypersexualization was part of the myth used to justify the enslavement of black people and the rape of black women. It was tied to the lie that blacks were soulless animals, and as subhuman, anything could be done to them. Let's see here. Let me go here. Some of the imagery, negative imagery that we see of the black woman, particularly, there's a reason for that. The enemy wants you to think nothing of yourself, black woman. So the enemy strips you of your real nature. He has denatured the female, all females, particularly in speaking, but specifically the black woman. The enemy wants you to think nothing of yourself. So the enemy strips you of your real nature. He has denatured the female and the male, and anytime somebody denatures you, they have devalued you. So right now, as a woman or as a black man, you are not valued, and the worst part of that is you don't value yourself. That is a quote by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. God cannot make us the head if the woman is not lifted. If God does not lift the woman will never come up. So if God is going to make a new world and a better world, He is going to make that world coming through a woman. Okay? A woman is who God is going to work through to bring in the new world order that, as we see one world going out, there is a new world order coming in of God's government. Trust no one believe that, okay? A collective task is to also lift the scientific foundation of the negative stereotypes and the images of black women. Some of those base images were formed mostly by Southern prestigious white males which falls under that category of patriarchy that I mentioned previously, okay? Again, some of those base images were formed, some of these negative stereotypes and images of black women were formed by mostly Southern prestigious white males. Okay? 19th century scientists portrayed black women as oversexed Jezebels, the very opposite of white women, supposedly fierce mothers and beautiful, chaste beings who didn't like sex. Okay? What they said about black women was so potent and influential that it still governs our ideas today, even among black people. Okay? Efforts to correct negative images include, for one, talk show host Monique Carradine's creation of the Black Woman's Manifesto, I believe it was in 2012, to tackle the problems of black women and their actions. Let me see. I want to go over here. The images can be reversed when black women who have awakened to their true consciousness grow in numbers, create their own images, and avoid what their enemy tells them they should be. Who developed the imagery of us? We didn't develop that. Everything that has been given to us and we're labeled as comes at the bequest and at the implementation of the hidden hand, okay? Which we know, as I just stated, is that white supremacy, racist, patriarchal idea that has been perpetrated, okay? So let us move on. For example, some of us watch a lot of these reality shows, right? I don't, because again, it's a negative connotation, a negative imagery of black women. In the 21st century, with reality television shows like Basketball Wives and Real Housewives of Atlanta, black women are sadly the ones helping to perpetuate some of their problems. Okay? The journey for us is in conquering self and understanding that we are beautiful, we are valuable, we should be loved, we should be touched, we should be cared for. We have feelings, we get to have a sick day like everybody else too, and we don't have to always be on or always strong, always this, always that, okay? The black woman is indeed one of the strongest women on the planet, to say the least, okay? We've endured a lot. We've taken a lot, and we're still taking a lot. I pray God will give us the strength, and He will, to redefine the negative imagery that has been cast upon us, okay? We have to have a righteous version, or let me go back. We have to exhibit our own femininity and dignity, and we have, as black women, we simply must replace anything that we do not want, do not need, and does not describe, portray the positive, civilized aspect of black women that we are known to be, and begin to develop a righteous version of how we look, how we act, become women of virtue, and vigilant in our dedication to show more positive images of ourselves as Black women, okay? I believe with my whole heart that Black women are the most boldest, most beautiful, most fearless, courageous, and powerful people on this planet. Unfortunately, we haven't realized it fully and fully embraced it yet. As Black women, we have to strive for better health, strive in the best interest of our children, show restraint and respect for others in regards to marriage, and raise our standards and levels of expectation in our relationships, and vigorously protect the image that the media paints of us. We're not in control of the networks. We're not in control of the imagery. And I do realize and understand that those in the entertainment industry, they need work, and they need a job. They need a paycheck. But we don't have to sell our soul to Satan to sustain a paycheck. We can be more discretionary in the roles we accept, the images we portray, and I'm talking both male, Black male, and female in the entertainment industry, okay? We don't have to settle to degrade ourselves, degrade our Black women, and degrade our men. We don't have to do that, okay? We can flip the script on this and change the channel in the twinkling of an eye if we knew how powerful we really were, okay? Let's see. What else do I want to share with us? Right now, I guess we can suffice it to say that the Black woman is really a carbon copy of white women, because once again, that is, we as Black people have been under our colonizer and our oppressors, who are both white men and white women. And everything we have learned is a learned behavior. That's not saying we can't correct that, because we can. And the way to correct that is to return to our original womanhood and put ourselves back on top of civilization, to accept our own and be ourselves, and understand that a nation can rise no higher than its woman. Okay? The Black woman, you are the goddess of the universe, mothers of civilization. Okay? And it is up to us to change the imagery, negative imagery, that we now see portrayed in front of us. The Black woman is the key to world events. The Black woman is the key to the new world order. The Black woman, it is time for us to take our rightful place among the nations of the earth. As I stated, what the Muslims believe. Point number 11, we want our women, or we believe our women should be respected and protected as the women of other nationalities are respected and protected. So with that being said, we have a video of Minister Farrakhan explaining to us the importance of why the Black man must respect and protect the Black woman. And it starts at home first. So with that being said, I hope I've said something that has been educational, informative, enlightening, and inspiring to cause us to think critically of the time and what must be done as it relates to the Black man and woman, as it relates to the Black family. So I leave you, as I came before you, with the greeting words of peace. We say it in the Arabic language of our ancestors, which is our original language, Arabic, of Assalamu alaikum. Until next time, peace be unto you.
But when a woman who is mature will show her breasts, not all of them, yeah, but that's enough to make a baby start crying. These things are called in the Quran your adornments. You are adorned beautifully. Your hips, Lord have mercy. Now, this is not an X-rated talk now. This is just a little reminder of why, for trillions of years, procreation has been going on. And whether you take Viagra or not, you ain't stopping the procreation of the human family. That by nature will continue. But when the female will show her adornments, men can't think right. Even preachers, as good as we try to be, we'll lose it in the presence of a fine woman, well adorned. So in Islam, we ask the woman to cover her adornments. This is not to make you less. It's to make you more. Because when you show a man your adornment, that's what he's looking at, and that's what he wants. He don't know your intelligence. He may get acquainted with that too late. And that's why our marriages end up in divorce, because we married on the wrong principles. We saw too much of her and had too much sex that made us drunk, so we couldn't think to ask the right questions. And we let biological needs make us not ask a man a right question. Do you have a job? Are you in business for yourself? No, baby, I'm working hard. I mean, stick with me. See, you can't take stick with me to buy diapers. So, Elijah Muhammad taught us, listen to this, where there are no decent women, there are no decent men, for the woman is the mother of civilization. Now, sisters, if you want this man to rise, not in the wrong way, excuse me. I'm trying to get through this. But if you want this man to come up in the world, it ain't getting no better, but you know what I'm talking about. Then you have to help a man to be a man. A man can't be a man without a good woman helping him to be what by nature he is. But if you undress, you start pulling him down. then he sees you as an object of pleasure rather than the wonderful creature of God that he created you to be as a co-creator with him.
Independent black women, aggressive black women, knowledgeable black women who suffer because when they meet a man, he may be tall, dark, and handsome, but his aim is the bedroom. He does not know how to cultivate the best in a woman because the best has never been cultivated in him. We know the black woman is a fine woman. She's the best woman that any man could ever have. And without a father, you were preparing your sons for the Messiah. You were preparing them for a father who would be a father to the fatherless and a mother to the motherless. You were preparing a whole nation of people to be given to God from your sacrifice. Yes. 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 Yes, brother and sister. You're a beautiful woman, sister. You deserve better. But you now must do better. Yes, black woman, you are the key to our rise. The black woman must be honored by every black man. She must be respected by every black man, and every black woman must become a respecter of herself.